Hello friends, this is the Airtroopers Let's Build team, and today we're going to be kicking off our survival games Let's Build series. The outline of the first build is to create a medium-sized, rather dark map, surrounded by mountains and resting over a pool of lava. First off, introductions. My name is T-Master.
I am Voidbane!
My name is Monkey.
And my name is Treadler. The difference between this Let's Build and many others like it is that this one is made by many players on our server, rather than just one or two people. We still put in the comparable time and man hours, it's just spread out.
What was that? Oh no, not again!
Void me!
Well, that was fun.
And pretty.
That's a big hole.
As we survey the massive hold compliments of Voidbane,
You are welcome.
you can see the remnants of his initial TNT splatter.
I like boomsticks.
You see some of the remaining redstone that I used to make the initial explosion.
And this is, it's a decent sized hole for the amount of TNT that was used. But we're going to have to clear it out a little bit more using basic voxel sniper commands. We're going to dig a hole anyway, so this isn't an issue.
Sorry guys, no bomb.
You may notice that it looks like we brushed on a dungeon there.
Sorry guys, no biome busters.
Now you actually see on the edges there are pieces of wool. That was the original outline for the size of the map. As you can also see, it was kind of edited.
We kinda wanted it bigger.
Eventually we just threw it to the wind, and as you'll see later, and if you play the map, we've actually gone way past that boundary and just dug holes right in the landscape.
I'm making holes.
To do this part, we just basically equipped ourselves with either voxel or world edit sphere brushes set to air, and just kind of went nuts.
A long time later.
And this is the remnants of when we were done with that. It took a long time, and it wasn't loading real fast due to the massive amounts of updates at once. So it was real patchy, and this is the best piece of that I could show you.
What happens to your Minecraft house after sticky keys?
Now, you notice all the stuff is, at the moment, really blotchy at the bottom. Eventually just take out all together, just making an entire flat bottom. Because we're going to have to fill it back in with lava. So it's just easier to edit it out.
Voxel lightning command!
Of course, we didn't think of that until we spent about 10 minutes cleaning up the bottom, and then someone was like, oh, you know what? Let's just take it all out. And that's what we did.
And as you can see, the chunks aren't loading.
Now at this point we actually used the fill command to fill it in all with bedrock. It was very quick. The thing to think about though is it doesn't count where the flow blocks have to do with lava and water, so you still have to fill those in by hand. Other than that, it works really well.
This is a good way to get a lot of work done quickly. Filling this in by hand would have been a bear.
Yeah, we probably won't actually be here. We'd all be dead.
Load chunks, load!
We then took a voxel sniper ball brush tool and set it to obsidian to create a base and to try and create an edge for the lava to flow against.
And we just took it and took it from the top of the side of the canyon and moved it all the way down to the rim you see there. Once that was done, we kind of blocked it in place until we had a floor, and you can see a little bit of stone they're going to use later for more builds.
And this is a wall.
We then used world edit to create several pyramids, which we will be building on to create lifelike mountains.
Like we did with the floor and with the walls of the basin, we buffered the side of the pyramids also with spheres. That way it'll have their own unique shape, and we will go over a smooth brush to make it look better, but for now, that's quite good.
Then we added more pyramids to continue the theme of the mountains.
You see some more little cylinders down in the left-hand corner, but for the most part here you see the pyramids being edited.
We also changed our brush sizes to smaller spheres to add some interesting texture. Sticky keys inside.
The idea behind the mountains was really to create more of a wall, so you can have a basin that's walled in and you don't have players running around. And there's no reason then to add the glass ceiling, which just obstructs the view and makes it look kind of odd.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that in this case, you still are immersed in the idea of the map. I mean, the map is supposed to be a fiery, basically, prison. So if you saw snowy trees on the outside, it would be a bit of a shocker, I suppose.
An oddity.
But I like the ambiguous glass ceiling.
See some skeletons spawning because we didn't have daytime at that point.
Die, you filthy vermin.
Here's some more of the snow trees.
Another sweeping shot as we add some more mountains or pyramids into the background. We'll rough those up too. But by adding a second layer of pyramids that were slightly larger, it created the look of a range, a mountain range, rather than just a single series of mountains. That way it doesn't look out of place.
Well, except for the giant hole.
Yeah, that giant hole might be a mere speck in the wind.
So you see all the mountains still blow tabs up from the boxes and walls. Eventually those will be smoothed down to the arrow. For now we're getting the general shape, though.
You can catch a glimpse of the glass house that some people built while they were waiting for recording. As we sweep by, we add some more ball brushes on top of all the mountains, just continually roughing them up a bit to make them look more realistic.
So we just basically went a giant circle around the canyon, making pyramids and walls as we go.
That long strip of balls you saw pop out was Monkey having some issues with his ball brush.
Sticky keys.
Some more mountains load in, and we coat them more.
Yeah, the server was loving this at this time.
And you can see we start to smooth out the edge of the mountains here. This creates a more realistic effect, and I definitely recommend it if you're trying to do a build. That was just the world edit smooth command.
And there we go, kind of doing an overhead view, just can't pan by. Oh,
Over the first layer of smoothing.
One of our builders you can see flying around, cleaning up the edge of that mountain.
we're actually using the smooth tool to not only smooth out what's there, but kind of connect the mountains up a little bit. Because it would cause them to reach out towards each other, kind of giving a cool effect.
Makes it look more like a naturally grown rock.
There's a few slime again.
And we re-smooth out the bottom of the basin. I think we just use the smooth tool there as well to create more room for our base, for the bases of the towers that will be added. So we make some more expansions, providing more room for the lava. And lava.
Get your nachos, kids, because we're filling it with cheese sauce.
That's actually one of the comments that was made by one of our other builders.
Now you see starting to put in the spheres. Cylinders. To do this, you simply go through and just use the cylinder command with varied height and width.
Then you can see we added the cone type piece on top. That was just a voxel sniper brush that we just kept increasing the size of the voxel disc brush.
As you can see, we're detailing and notching up the exterior of these towers. This is going to continue throughout the build and into every object made for the most part.
Roughing up the edges kind of gives it that nice effect. It makes it look more natural and less kind of manufactured.
And imperial.
You can also see that we poked a hole right through the bottom of that main tower. There's actually a plus underneath there that people can learn about. And you'll see that more in detail in later pieces of the build.
As you can see, the exteriors and the bases of the rest of the towers are now being.
Beyond that, we started putting the platforms on the top of the rest of the cylinders. Some of them were done by hand, and other ones, when they were the same size, we seemed to copy and paste them to the other towers.
World Edit was really handy in this part. Well, actually, in all parts of the build. There's an aerial view, or a top view rather, of us copy and pasting some of those on. You saw that running real quickly. That wasn't just us speeding it up, that was actually copy and paste using the World Edit copy and paste commands.
This is when we started pouring cheese sauce over the place, kind of giving it a nice little effect.
Your very own Minecraft cheese fountain.
We added the lava all over the walls to keep people from jumping off and trying to climb on them and getting stuck. And it adds a good barrier to the edge.
It's a zombie pigman theme park.
You see, the lava was kind of set at a solid level, and so what we do at this point is we start having it branch up into the mountain, so it's flowing down. So it's not just simply, well, a flat surface to look at.
And we
then added some more lava to the top, which I do believe some of that will be retracted later because we thought it was a little bit much on the mountains.